Welcome to the deep dive. This is where we take all that information you've gathered, that curiosity, and really plunge right into it. Today, we're looking at something flooding the internet: GLP-1 supplement drops. The claim: same weight loss as those, expensive injections, but way cheaper. Sounds amazing.
It does sound amazing, but what's really fascinating or maybe concerning is that they operate in this kind of regulatory gray zone, which, well, it immediately makes you ask, how are they supposed to work? Do they even work? We've got a YouTube source that really pulls back the curtain here.
It does. Goes into the science, or lack thereof, and some pretty eye-opening marketing stuff. So our mission today: unpack these GLP-1 drops. We'll look at how the real meds work, why taking them orally as a supplement is, let's say, a scientific long shot.
Very long shot.
And cover the FDA warnings. Plus, we'll dive into those testimonials and ingredients. By the end, you should definitely be able to tell the science from the sales pitch. Okay, let's get into it.
Okay, so the actual medications, things like semaglutide, tirzepatide,
Yeah.
complex proteins, right, hormones, and the source spells it out. They work because their specific shape binds to receptors. It's like a key in a lock, controls blood sugar, makes you feel less hungry.
Yeah.
The structure is everything.
Exactly. Structure is key. Which leads to the big question: why injections? Why not a pill or, well, drops?
Because your stomach would just obliterate them instantly. The source has a great line, faster than my hopes and dreams. I mean, it really highlights how fragile these complex proteins are. Your digestive system is designed to break proteins down. So oral delivery for actual GLP-1, it's fundamentally incompatible. Just not going to happen effectively.
Right. Not just difficult, but basically impossible for the real thing to work as a drop. That's why the real drugs are so complex to make and test.
Yeah.
Precision is vital.
Precisely. So yeah, if your stomach is protein-destroying machine, how are these drops claiming to work? Either by having GLP-1, which we just said is kind of impossible orally.
Or by boosting your natural production. That's the other claim you see.
Right. And that's where the science gets, as the source puts it, shakier than a paint mixer at Home Depot. There's no real proof these supplement ingredients reliably do that in the way they claim.
Okay, so that shaky science, that impossible delivery method, it leads us straight to the FDA warnings, doesn't it?
It does. The FDA is flagging unapproved GLP-1 products. They're worried about, well, what's actually in them. Unknown compounds passed off as the real thing.
And there's a history here, right, with weight loss supplements.
Oh, absolutely. A notorious history. The source points out manufacturers have been caught spiking products, adding hidden stimulants, other dangerous stuff. And even some compounded versions, which are like custom mixes from pharmacies, might use different salt forms, not the same active ingredient as the approved drug. Very misleading, potentially risky.
Wow. Okay, and then there's the marketing side. Those testimonials.
Oh, the testimonials. This is wild. The source found the exact same testimonial, word for word, from Maria Schmidt on dozens of different websites selling different drops.
Seriously, Maria Schmidt.
Maria Schmidt. Either she's incredibly busy writing testimonials, or, well, it's just copy-paste fakery to build trust.
That's pretty blatant. And what about the ingredients they do list?
It's often what the source calls a kitchen sink approach. They just throw everything in moringa, chromium, collagen peptides, whatever sounds vaguely science-y or healthy. There's no clear, targeted mechanism explained. And those claims of partnering with Harvard or getting endorsements from big diabetes groups,
Let me guess.
about as real as unicorns, according to the source. Just fake affiliations.
Right. And the final piece, the price. It's always a fraction of the cost of the real injections.
Which sounds great, but as the source says, it should trigger every alarm bell in your skepticism center, given the complexity and cost of developing and testing real pharmaceuticals.
Yeah, that low price point suddenly seems less like a bargain and more like another warning sign.
Exactly.
Okay, so wrapping this up, we've walked through the world of these GLP-1 supplement drops. We've contrasted their big claims with, well, the actual science. Real GLP-1 meds. Complex proteins need injection because your stomach destroys them. The idea that drops could deliver it effectively or even boost production reliably via supplements, it's like, yeah, pouring gas on the hood to start the car.
Nicely put. And we've hit those key red flags. The FDA's warnings about safety and unknown ingredients, that shady history of spiking supplements, the frankly absurd identical testimonials. Hello, Maria Schmidt. The kitchen sink ingredients, the fake university links, it all points one way.
So here's the takeaway for you listening right now. If something costs way, way less than a complex tested medication and the marketing feels, almost magical, that skepticism center should be ringing loud and clear. This deep dive, hopefully, gives you the tools to spot the difference between genuine science and just hype. So think about this next time you see a miraculous health claim online. What responsibility do these companies really have to show actual proof? And what responsibility do we have as people trying to make good health choices to demand that proof? And maybe what other health trends out there need this same kind of close look? Something to think about.